Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Dakota, the place where we unpack the financial secrets that companies spill to the world. And today it's looking like we've got some shared revelations from two Arizona giants. Before we dive in, if you find value in getting these complex corporate reports broken down into simple, understandable insights, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our Discord community. Linked in the description below, it's where we unpack these insights together. So we're looking at a report filed on the 7th of November 2025 by Pinnacle West Capital Corporation and Arizona Public Service Company. Both are major players in Arizona, and this filing is a standard current report and 8K that essentially tells the market something new has happened or is about to happen. Usually these are for big announcements, but this one is a bit more subtle. It's really about upcoming investor meetings. Okay, so first off, this report is actually a joint filing for Pinnacle West Capital Corporation and Arizona Public Service Company. They are essentially filing together, but each is responsible for the information that pertains directly to them. Think of them as siblings sharing a report card, but with their own grades, they want to make it clear that if something is only relevant to one, they are only speaking for themselves. This is important because in corporate land, clarity is king, especially when it comes to what you are officially saying to the public and investors. Now, the main reason for this filing isn't some earth-shattering news like a merger or a huge lawsuit. It is much more routine, but still important for investors. Pinnacle West is planning to meet with securities analysts and investors in November 2025, and they are going to be using handouts during these meetings. This filing is basically them saying, hey, we are going to share some information at these meetings, and that information is attached as an XC. Bit to this report, it's a way to make sure that when they share information with a select group of people, that information is also made available to everyone else. At the same time, this is crucial for what is called Regulation FD, or Regulation Fair Disclosure. The CC wants to make sure that no one investor gets an unfair advantage by receiving material non-public information before others, so by attaching these handouts, they are essentially saying this is the stuff we'll talk about, and now everyone can see it. The attached exhibits are the actual handouts themselves. Exhibit 99.1 contains these Pinnacle West handouts for use at meetings. In November 2025, think of these as the presentation slides or talking points for their management team. When they are out on the road talking to investors and analysts, these handouts would typically contain updates on the company's performance straight. And outlook, they could include financial highlights, future plans, or discussions about market conditions. The goal of these meetings and handouts is to keep investors informed, manage expectations, and hopefully encourage them to continue investing in or even buy more of the company's stock. It is a standard part of investor relations. So what are Pinnacle West and Arizona Public Service Company really telling us here? They are preparing for investor engagement. This means they are likely confident enough in their current position or future outlook to put this information out there. It's a proactive step to manage the narrative around the company and to provide transparency to the market now, while the actual content of these handouts isn't detailed in this specific 8K report. Understanding the reason for its filing is key. It signals active engagement with the financial community, which is generally a positive sign when we look at the broader picture. Pinnacle West Capital Corporation is the holding company, while Arizona Public Service Company is its primary subsidiary and electric utility provider. In Arizona, their business is fundamentally about generating and delivering electricity, so any communication with investors will likely touch on topics like energy generation capacity, regulatory environments, consumer demand, and of course financial performance. The fact that they are holding these meetings in November 2025 suggests they are gearing up to discuss their performance, maybe leading into year-end results or looking ahead to the next fiscal year or even beyond now. Let's consider the broader context of the energy sector and utilities in Arizona. Arizona Public Service has a significant presence, and like many utilities, they operate in a heavily regulated environment. This means their profitability and operational decisions are often subject to approval by state utility commissions. This filing doesn't give us direct financial numbers, but it implies that management is ready to guide investors on their performance and strategy, which would certainly include how they are navigating these regulatory waters and what their plans are for future growth or stability in a changing energy landscape. The signatures at the end are also worth noting. Andrew Cooper signed off as Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer for both companies on the 7th of November 2025. This dual role for the CFO highlights the close relationship and likely integrated financial management between the holding company and its main operating subsidiary. It is common for parent companies and their key subsidiaries to have overlapping leadership, especially in financial roles. This streamlined leadership can sometimes lead to more efficient decisions. making a clearer financial strategy across the entire organization, looking at this filing from a high level. It is not a deep dive into financial statements, but rather a procedural step that said these investor meetings are where the real juicy details might emerge. The handouts usually contain the substance of what management wants to communicate about their business performance, risks, and opportunities. So, while this 8 K itself is brief, its purpose is to facilitate a deeper conversation. My take on this is that Pinnacle West, an Arizona public service company, are following standard corporate procedure to ensure transparent communication with their investors. It signals that they are actively managing their investor relations and are prepared to discuss their business. They are not hiding anything. They are simply preparing their disclosures for upcoming meetings. This transparency is crucial for maintaining investor confidence and a healthy stock price. It shows a company that is managed professionally and is mindful of regulatory requirements. While this specific report doesn't give us hard numbers to dissect, its existence points to an active management team. Jing with the market, they are having these meetings to present their story and likely to address any investor concerns or questions they might have about their financial health, operational efficiency, or their strategic direction in the evolving energy market. Ultimately, this filing is a precursor to more detailed discussions about the company's performance and future plans. The real insights will be in those handouts and the subsequent investor interactions, but this 8K tells us the conversation is happening, and that is a good thing for investors seeking clarity. Alright, that is our quick decode of this filing. What are your thoughts on why companies file these kinds of reports, and what do you think will be in those investor handouts? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And don't forget to join our Discord community. It's a great place to continue the conversation. Thanks for watching. See you next time.